Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. If you're new, welcome. I am Lori. I am glad you're here and I hope you'll take a moment to subscribe and click that notification bell so you're advised whenever I upload. And to all of you who are returning, as always, thank you for coming back. Today we are doing round 3 of Shop My Stash, where I go over the items that I pulled last round, and if I keep any, I keep some. If I don't keep any, I don't. But go over them, let you know my thoughts on those products, and then shop my stash for some new items. Now I do quite a few project pans, so of course I try to keep a balance between shop my stash and the products that I'm panning. So if there's some items I don't pull, it's probably because I have them in my project pans. So let's go over what I drew in round 2. I drew a lot more items than I did in round 1, and I regretted it. So I'm not quite there. Round 1, I didn't have enough. Round 2, I had too many. So round 3, hopefully I can find a happy medium. First one is this Flower Beauty Wanderlust palette. This is in the New York City Midnight Manhattan palette. This is on my chopping block because I don't like how all of the shadows perform. And I brought it in round 1. I didn't even use it. Round 2, I used it a couple of times, and I think I'm going to depot the shadows that I do like, that I think work nicely, and I am just going to declutter the other ones unless someone wants ones that I've depotted and don't want. But that way I will get use on them, because I don't use this ever do I use this. And so if I put it in with my singles, I know they will at least get used once in a blue moon. So, and a blue moon is a lot more often than never. I have my e.l.f. Rose Gold highlighter. I don't like this highlighter. I don't like the texture of it. So like when I swatch it, I don't like how it feels on my finger. It feels like plastic, and that has been my biggest hurdle on this highlighter ever since I got it. But I made sure I used this, and I found that I would use it as a highlighter, and then I would like blend it in over my bronzer and then put my blush over the top, so it kind of would give me a little bit of hint of shimmer underneath my blush. But I don't like it as a highlighter. It's just a little too dark for me. I can make it work if I buff it, take a lot of time and really buff it and be careful with how much I apply. But yeah, it's really soft. It's a pretty, it's a pretty highlighter. I won't lie, but for me, it's just a skosh too dark, and that plastic, it sent chills completely up my arms and spine. So yeah, I'm going to try and find a home for this one. If I can't, I will keep using, trying to use it in how I have been using it. But to be honest, I know I won't. So I'm going to try and find a home for it. Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I did bring this palette in to play with because it was in my play pile, because I don't use it a whole lot. So I wanted to bring it in and play with it, and I did. I played with this palette more than any of my other Shop My Stash palettes. I really like the versatility of this palette, and it was never on the chopping block. I just wanted to play with it because whenever I would use it, I would muck up my look somehow. But I haven't used it all on its own to see if I still would muck it up. But the shadows I used, I really liked and enjoyed their performance. So ColourPop's Buttercup, it's their Velvet Luxe liquid lipstick. It is what I am wearing in this video. I love the formula of these, and I really like the color of Buttercup, but I am going to roll her out because I have so many lip products that I really need to, you know, keep it moving so I can use them. I also had Essence's Burberry. I was worried this was bad, and I thought, oh, maybe it's just lipstick on there. No, it's gone bad. So this is being retired into the trash because, yeah, it's funky. There's no other word for it. Funky is the word. Same with Pure Debutante. I'm really sad about Debutante because this was given to me by my friend Annie, but it has turned, I knew when I, oops, that was nice, Lori. I knew when I did my lipstick collection video earlier in the year, I knew that it was getting to the edge. It was getting close to the edge, and it has fallen over. So unfortunately, this is also being retired. I'm really sad because I really love this shade. I kept Soiree in. I really like this color of lip in the fall, but I didn't use it. And then Reimagine, this was the Jen Loves Reviews and Ofra collab. This is the darkest shade, and I had pulled in all dark shades, so this didn't get any use. I'm going to keep this in for another round and try it with my lipstick that I'm panning, see if that'll work. But yeah, CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel. I like this. It's not my favorite, but I do really like this. It's a good brow gel. I'm going to continue to keep it in Shop My Stash. There's no reason to exchange it at this moment. So yeah, she's gonna stay. My Ico Lash Alert is dry. I tried to use it and I had to pull out my other mascara in order to finish my lashes. So this is unfortunate, and it's my fault because I've had it for a while and I had never used it. So yeah, if only I had used it. But I'm not sure what I would have thought of it, but if only I had used it. My Soap and Glory Glow All Out highlighter. I like this highlighter. It's a nice, soft, subtle highlighter. I'm trying to open it. I do have it on today on the back of my cheekbone, and I do like it for just if I'm looking for a subtle highlight. This is a really nice highlight. Too Faced Sun Bunny. I really like this bronzer. It's a really nice bronzer. It's a duo pan bronzer, and I take my brush and tap it once this way and then tap it once the other direction so I get both colors on it. And then that's all I use, those two taps, and I disperse it back and forth. If I swirl it, which I did try and it was a big mistake, it is really heavy. So I have to be really light-handed with this bronzer, but I really like it. I think it gives me some nice coloring to my face. And the formula is nice. Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I'm glad I had rolled this in with the Ico. I am going to keep it in. My Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is in light nude, light neutral, something like that. I'm going to keep this for now, just because I want to get some more use on it. My So Susan Halo on High Candles and Kisses highlighter, which I use as a bronzer topper. I only used a couple of times because with Sun Bunny, it's too dark. So I'm just going to rotate this out, and when I want to use it, I'm just going to keep it on my desk and use it when I want to, but otherwise I don't see why it needs to stay in Shop My Stash, since I may or may not use it with other bronzers that I pull. So my Lovecraft Beauty blush trio. I loved having this blush trio. I used these two shades. This is Altheta, and then I have Oscalia, Altheta and Oscalia. I used those two shades the most. I actually used Delphine once as a bronzer just because I was in a hurry and it was in my hand. I really love these blushes. They are really pigmented and nice and blend beautifully. My Bold Obsessions palette, I'm going to keep this for one more round only because I used it to make my Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me look, and I only used three shadows out of this palette. So because this is on the chopping block, because whenever I use this, I make a dud look, and so I want to play with this and just see if I can create a look with this palette alone. So this is going to stay for at least one more round. My Sydney Grace singles, I only used them in one look, but I really enjoyed these. These are really nice eyeshadows. They really make a beautiful look. So I'm going to put these back in with my single eyeshadows, but I'm actually going to put them down below with my magnetic palettes. So I will grab them in maybe a Saturday singles instead of up on top, where I don't use those single eyeshadows that are up there on their own all that often. I at least rotate through my singles that are in the Z palettes. My IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, this I have rolled into a project. I'm not a huge fan of it, but because it makes my skin look really matte. It also does not, blur my pores. My pores have not gone bye-bye. They're still saying hello, which I find unfortunate. I really believed that it would work. So I am not keeping this in Shop My Stash since it's in another project, but I will roll in another powder maybe. My Kaja Prism highlighter, love this. I do have it on today right here on front. It is such a beautiful peachy pink highlighter. It's a cream to powder highlighter. I'm going to put this back in the drawer. I just wanted to play with this, and I wore it multiple times. I really like it. It's so soft. I mean, you can barely see it there, but it is so darn pretty, and I just really like it. Milani Make It Last setting spray. I really like this setting spray. It's a nice fine mist, and I like how it makes my skin look, a little fresh. So I'm just going to keep this in rotation for now because I do like it, and there's no reason for me to pull a different one in for now, so I'm just going to keep that in. So I have 5 items that I kept for this next round, so it's time for us to go shopping and pick some items to play with for this upcoming round. I'm glad I only kept 5. Last time I kept 11, so I think I'm doing better. Maybe. Let's hope. Let's go shopping. One I failed to mention was my e.l.f. smudge pot. Kind of looks like this, and it's in Ain't That Sweet. I can't find it. I just had it, but I can't find it. So I will be keeping that for this upcoming round as well. Yeah, I think that'll be it for cream. For lip products, I kept Reimagine. I have this Smashbox Be Legendary. So I am going to bring this lipstick in. I've swatched it. That's all I've ever done. So it's not quite a fall lip, but it might work with the Reimagine by Ofra and Jen Loves Reviews. Next we have foundations, primers, concealers, brow products, mascaras. We have mascara, we have a brow product, we have a concealer. Let's grab a primer. I want to try this Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty. I love First Aid Beauty, so hopefully it will work. Foundation, we have setting spray. Foundation, let's try my CoverGirl Clean Fresh. I've never used this. I bought this when it was first released and never used it. So let's try that. And I do have a powder. I was going to pull one in, but I decided not to. Okay, I have done some rearranging down here. I have my face palettes in here. I have blush palettes. I have my cream highlighters. I have some cream blushes. I have my regular highlighters, my bronzers. So this is where the majority of my face products are, and I rotate out of here into the other drawer that was kind of empty last time. So that way they're just a little closer to my hands. I just picked this up from Tarte. It's the Hannah Malok and Tarte Sugar Rush collab. It's this beautiful face palette, so I'm going to bring this in. It's got bronzers and highlighters and blushes. I just want to play with it since I just picked it up, so that will be coming in. And since it has everything in it, I think I will be good on face products. Back over to my other dresser, and this has my Super Shocks and my singles that aren't in magnetic palettes, and then my brow products. I don't know. Do I want anything from here? You know what? I've never used the Aether Beauty eyeshadow, so let's grab that. Okay. This drawer used to be a hot mess, and because I was doing some rearranging, I have some of my lip products in here, then my overflow of blushes and highlighters and one bronzer. So I think I'm good on face products. Let's grab a lip product. I want to grab this one. It's by L'Oreal, and it's in the shade Rebel Rouge. This was recommended by Emily Noel, and I really love this lipstick. It's very pretty. So we're going to pull this one in. And Rebel Rouge isn't overly dark, so maybe with Reimagine, this will work as well. Okay, I have one eyeshadow palette pulled out at the moment. Let's pull in one more. This one is Beautiful Sin, which I think is just an absolutely gorgeous palette. So let's bring this one in. These have some fall shades in it that I think will work nicely. I have my brushes. Let me move my brushes out of the way. These I have some different lip products over against the wall on my shelves. So I just want to grab probably a lip gloss, which is more in here. Sorry, my books are there. Oh, there's my eyeliners. I've been looking for those eyeliners for days. I wish this rolled, but I can't really see over here what shade that is. Let's take these two over to the desk and see if we want either one of these. While we were shopping, I decided to bring these two lip glosses over to see in better light what I thought of them. This is Ulta Beauty and Adventures, and I believe the name is Electrifying. But I thought it had some rose gold shimmer to it, but it looks more like a rose gloss with just a little bit of sheen to it, like a gold shimmer to it, but it's not a rose gold, which is kind of what I was looking for. This one, on the other hand, this is an Essence and Ulta Beauty collab. This is from their Girls United project, and this is the shade Not Your Average, and it looks more rose gold to me here in the light. So that is what it looks like. Oh, it looks almost like the one I am already panning. Bummer. I was hoping it would be a little different. So I am going to keep Electrifying, since Not Your Average is like the one that I'm already panning in another project. So this is going to go in my Shop My Stash for this upcoming round. This is round 3. I have 14 items this round, which is only 3 more than I kept at last round before I went shopping. So hopefully that is a better balance. I'm hoping I have the right amount of product, because last round was too much, the round before that was too little. So hopefully I'm getting there. So I hope you guys will bear with me as I get into a rhythm with my Shop My Stash. But I'm excited for everything that's in here. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this round 3 of Shop My Stash. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And leave me a comment and tell me what product you're most excited for me to use in this upcoming round. Let me know in the comments. Please take good care, be safe, be smart, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.